good. My fellow citizens, I hear King Oedipus levels terrible charges against me. I had to come. I resent it deeply. If, in the present crisis, he thinks he suffers any abuse from me, anything I've done or said that offers him the slightest injury, why, I've no desire to lead out this life. My reputation is shambles. The damage I'd face from such an accusation is nothing simple. No, there's nothing worse. Branded a traitor in this city, a traitor to all of you and my good friends.
True, but a slur might have been forced out of him, by anger perhaps, not any firm conviction.
Well, the charge was made in public, wasn't it? I put the prophet up to spreading lies.
Such things were said. I don't know with what intent, if any.
Was his glance steady? Was his mind right when the charge was brought against me?
I really couldn't say. I never was judged once in power. Wait, here's Oedipus now.
You here? You have the gall to show your face before the palace gates? You plotting to kill me? Kill the king? I see it all. The Mardian thief himself, scheming to steal my crown and power. Tell me, in God's name, what did you take me for? Coward or fool? When you spun out your plot? Your treachery, you think I never detected? Not defend myself? Aren't you the fool? You and your high adventure, lacking numbers, powerful friends, out for the big game of empire. You'll need riches, armies to bring that quarry down.
Are you quite finished? It is your turn to listen for just as long as you've instructed me. Hear me out, then judge me on the facts.
You've a wicked way with words, Creon, but I'll be slow to learn from you. I find you a menace, a great burden to me.
Just one thing. Hear me out in this.
Just one thing. Don't tell me you're not the enemy, the traitor.
Look, if you think crude, mindless stubbornness is such a gift, then you've lost your sense of balance.
If you think you can abuse a kinsman, then escape the penalty, you aren't staying.
Fair enough, I grant you. But this injury you saved out of you, what is it?
Did you induce me, yes or no, to send for that sanctimonious prophet?
I did, and I do the same again.
All right then, tell me, how long is it now since Laius
Laius? What did he do?
vanished, swept from sight, murdered in his tracks?
The count of years would run you far back.
And that far back was the prophet at his trade?
Skilled as he is today, and just as honored.
Did he ever refer to me then, at that time?
No, never, at least when I was in his presence.
But you did investigate the murder, didn't you?
We did our best, of course. Found nothing.
But the great seer never accused me then. Why not?
I don't know, and when I don't know, I keep quiet.
You do know this, and you'd tell it if you had a shred of decency.
What? If I know, I won't hold back.
Simply this, if the two of you had never put heads together, we'd never heard about my killing Laius.
If that's what he says, well, you know best. But now, I have the right to learn from you, as you have just learned from me.
Learn your fill. You will never convict me of the murder.
Tell me, you're married to my sister, aren't you?
A genuine discovery, I'll grant you that.
And you rule the land with her with equal power?
She receives from me what she desires.
And I'm the third. All of us are equals.
Yes, and it's there you show your stripes. You betray a kinsman.
Not at all. Not if you see things calmly, rationally as I do. Look at this the way first. Who in his right mind would rather rule and live in anxiety than sleep in peace? Particularly if he enjoys the same authority. Not I. I'm not the man to yearn for kingship, not with the king's power in my hands. Who would? No one with any sense of self-control. Now, as it is, you offer me all I need. Not a fear in the world. But if I wore the crown, there'd be many painful duties to perform, hardly to my taste. How could kingship please me more than influence, power without a qualm? I'm not that deluded yet to reach for anything but privilege outright, profit-free and clear. Now, all men sing my praises, all salute me. Now, all who request your favors curry mine. I'm their best hope, success rests in me. Why give that up, I ask you, and borrow trouble? A man of sense, someone who sees things clearly, would never resort to treason. No, I've no lust for conspiracy in me, nor could I ever suffer one who does. Do you want proof? Go to Delphi yourself, examine the oracle, and see if I reported the message word for word. This too, if you detect that I and the clairvoyant have plotted anything in common, arrest me, execute me, not on the strength of one vote. Two in this case, mine as well as yours, but don't convict me on sheer unverified surmise. How wrong it is to take the good for bad, purely at random, or take the bad for good. Or reject a friend, a kinsman? I would as soon tear out the life within us, priceless life itself. You'll learn this well, without failing time. Time alone can bring the just man to life, the criminal you can spot in one short day.
Good advice, my lord, for anyone who wants to avoid disaster. Those jump to conclusions may be wrong.
When my enemy moves against me quickly, plots in secret, I move quickly too. I must. I plot and pay him back. Relax my guard a moment, waiting his next move. He wins his objective and I lose mine.
What do you want? You want me banished?
No, I want you dead.
Just to show how ugly a grudge can...
So, still stubborn? You don't think I'm serious?
I think you're insane.
Quite sane in my behalf.
Not just as much in mine?
You, my mortal enemy?
What if you're wholly wrong?
No matter, I must rule.
Not if you rule unjustly.
Hear him, Thebes, my city.
My city too. Not yours alone.
Please, my lords, look, Jocasta is coming, and just in time, too. With her help, you must put this pride of yours to rest.
Have you no sense, poor misguided men, such shouting? Why this public outburst? Aren't you ashamed with the land so sick to stir up private troubles? You, into the palace now, and Creon, you go home. Why make the fervor over nothing?
My sister, it's dreadful. Oedipus, your husband, he's bent on a choice of punishments for me. Banishment from the fatherland or death.
Precisely. I caught him in the act, Jocasta, plotting, about to stab me in the back.
Never! Curse me! Let me die and be damned if I've done you any wrong to charge me with.
Oh God, believe it, Oedipus. Honor the solemn oath he swears to the heavens. Do it for me, for the sake of all your people.
Believe it, be sensible, give way, my king, I beg you.
What do you want from me? Concessions?
Respect him. He's been a fool in the past, and now he's strong with the oath he swears to God.
You know what you're asking?
I do.
Then out with it.
The man's your friend, your kin. He's under oath. Don't cast him out, disgrace, branded with guilt on the strength of hearsay only.
Know full well, if that's what you want me dead or banished from the land.
Never. No, but a blazing sun, first God of the heavens. Stripped of the gods, stripped of loved ones, let me die by inches if they ever cross my mind. But the heart inside me sickens, dies as the land dies. And now on top of the old griefs you pile this, your fury, both of you.
Then let him go, even if it does lead to my ruin, my death, or my disgrace. Driven from Thebes for life. It's not you, it's him I pity. Your words move me. He, wherever he goes, my hate goes with him.
Look at you, sullen and yielding, brutal in your rage. You'll go too far. It's perfect justice. Natures like yours are hardest on themselves.
And leave me alone, get out.
I'm going. You're wrong, so wrong. These men, they know I'm right.
Why do you hesitate, my lady? Why not public men?
Tell me what's happened first.
Loose, ignorant talk started dark suspicions, and a sense of injustice cut deeply too.
On both sides?
Oh yes.
What did they say?
Enough, please enough. The land's so racked already, or so it seems to me. In the trouble here, just where they left it.
You see what comes of your good intentions now, and all because you tried to blunt my anger?
My king, I said it once, I'll say it time and again. I'd be insane, you know it's senseless, ever to turn my back on you. You who set our beloved land, storm-tossed, shattered, straight on course. Now again, good helmsman, steer us through the storm.